So regulars to my channel know that I love to talk about what the next movie in a franchise is going to be like. However, doing that for Star Wars Episode 9 is really difficult because a third installment of a trilogy is usually the one in which they tie up all of the themes from the last two movies. However, all of the themes that were set up in Force Awakens were effectively nullified in The Last Jedi, so how do you really tie up themes in a neat little bow if you don't actually have any themes that continue on throughout the movies? It's a serious problem. Also, looking at the audience reaction to these movies, you can't necessarily count on the hardcore Star Wars fans coming back in droves for this next one. You're going to have to really do something special to get that trust back and get them to show up again. I mean, sure, they'll show up once, but they're not going to see it repeatedly. I know that because I look at the numbers. Last Jedi is doing about half as well as Force Awakens did. That's because the hardcore Star Wars fans don't like it. That is lack of support from the hardcore Star Wars fans. So here's what I think. It's just one simple idea, and it's going to sound completely insane, but I honestly think it's their only option at this point. It's the only thing they can really do. And that is bring back Hayden Christensen as a clone of Anakin Skywalker. Hold on. Just hear me out. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if Snoke had a clone of Anakin stashed away somewhere as like a backup plan in case Ben Solo ever succeeded in taking him out, the Anakin clone could be released and would take out Ben Solo. So that would be like Snoke's revenge. You could even call the movie Snoke's Revenge if you wanted. And this, I believe, could actually solve those two problems. Number one, it would get people actually interested in seeing the movie again. I'm part of the older Star Wars generation that didn't really like the prequels, but even I would be excited to see Hayden Christensen again playing Anakin Skywalker. Even though I hated the prequels, that would get me interested. I would definitely show up for that. And secondly, it's the only theme that carries through this new original trilogy, the shadow of Darth Vader. We saw it from the beginning with Kylo Ren, and we can kind of circle back to that now in Episode 9, the last of this new trilogy. It would at least feel like something is coming full circle in the story. It'd be pretty incredible to see Ben Solo sitting there looking at the mask of Darth Vader, and then Anakin shows up and is like, "Give me my mask!" Like, I'd get excited over that, because if Anakin just blitzed and overpowered Kylo Ren and he just barely escaped with his life, you could then make it that he and Rey need to team up again to take out this Anakin clone, in effect creating a balance in the Force between the light side and the dark side. And wasn't that kind of the whole point of what Anakin was supposed to be all the way back in the prequels? He was supposed to bring balance to the Force, a balance between the light and the dark. His presence in the last movie and the need for Rey and Ben to team up to take him out could finally be the fulfillment of that prophecy. Finally bringing balance between the light and the dark, so that when Episode 9 ends, we know from that point on, whatever Force-sensitive people are going to show up, they're going to be learning sort of a mixture of both the light and the dark, because you do need both sides. There are valid things to both sides. But as I've said, I know it's a crazy idea, but honestly, what else do they have? What else could they possibly do? It's the only thing I can think of that would get people interested back in the cinemas again, the hardcore Star Wars fans I'm talking about, and also would feel like there's some kind of finality there, would actually feel like things are wrapping up. It's certainly not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It might actually kind of undercut the nice ending that he got in the end of Return of the Jedi, but they're painted into a corner. What else are they going to do? So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the comments.